What's up, everybody? Life's Apprentice. We are up doing a little roof here today. We got rain like every single day this week, so it's gonna make it kind of hard to make any big jobs go, but this was a priority. This one's leaking like a sieve, and I don't know, it's only like 10 by 20 or something like that. We're gonna get this ripped up and get some rubber down. All this stuff right here, these asphalt rolled sheets, don't use them on flat roofs. They are junk. They don't last very long, and they almost always leak somehow. I'm going to be kind of on the sidelines today. Yesterday I was crawling in an attic. And you can see right here, I was crawling in an attic, and I kind of slipped up there, and I used my hand to catch me. And I stuck a nail right down to my bone. My finger is completely swollen. I could barely move my hand. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I might have to go to the emergency room. I don't know what in the world. It was fine yesterday, and now the whole thing, it feels like it got smashed by a hammer. So these guys are extremely capable. And I got my lawn chair. So got my lawn chair, my Monster, and my smoke. So these guys are very capable of doing this, and this is not really a three-man job. So I'm gonna be tending to my wounds.
Oh, but a third guy would be nice to have around, you know. I don't even want to go over stuff. I don't even like that.
Because they don't know any better.
I think the rubber looks cool anyway. Look at that.
This stuff has like a 5-year warranty too.
Oh yeah.
Got her nice and clean and the railing off. Oh, we gotta go to the dump. And Menards. This is how we do these roofs. These flat ones, usually, most of the time, we just go right over the top of them. We don't have to take them off. They're real thin and light, so it's not like you got to worry about weight, but you really have to worry about your decking underneath, and in this case, the decking's fine. So then we do a 1/2-inch fiberboard, and we do these insulation plates with like a 3-inch screw. That holds that down. And you get this guy sheeted. Well, there you have that part. Pretty much done. So we got our first piece of rubber laid out. We are going to have a seam there and a seam here, which the seams are fine on this. People ask me all the time about the seams. The seam is actually, if it's done properly, is the strongest part of this roof. You can see we're gluing. It's a nice day, so this stuff's not going to dry too fast. We should be able to glue pretty big sections. There's a regular paint roller, and we have latex bonding adhesive here. This is all roof kit stuff from Menards. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory.
Gives you any kind of knowledge of anything, maybe.
Yeah, it's pretty simple though. I think a lot of roofers are scared to do this stuff, but it's really easy.
How you do a rubber roof all the time?
We love rubber roofs because they are simple. Sometimes a tear off can be rough, but most of them like this, a lot of these old like flat metal roofs and tar roofs, we just go right over the top of them. Once the glue is ready, you just fold the rubber back over, and then we just use a broom to smooth out all the wrinkles and just get it set down. And you can see it's adhering because you can see the plates. So this is fully adhered. The whole thing gets glued.
The fencing ones were good too.
Got all the rubber laid down. These guys are working on the seams. We gotta clean them, prime them, and then we got a seam tape goes on here, and then on the wall, because this is asbestos slate and this stuff breaks like crazy. We're running up to here. We're gonna termination bar right at this seam. And a termination bar there, and then caulk it. You can see kind of what we did over here. Termination bar, we still got to add some more screws, but termination bar is going to hold that all in. And we'll caulk the top. And then the corner right there, you don't want to cut these corners, inside or outside corners. You can fold them up like a present, like a Christmas present. Then we'll have termination bar here, and there'll be water cut off behind all this, because this is just a goofy leak spot right here with these doors, and they're only ½ inch off the deck. So these spots are always tough, and people usually mess them up. That's the best way I can come up with it. We put water cut off behind there, and then there'll be a piece of termination bar here and here. Paul is cleaning it, and Dakota is priming it, and we always mark our lines with a pen. It's hard to see, but that way you know where to put your seam tape. And the seam tape just is a double-sided sticky tape, but this stuff doesn't really work unless you do these other steps. And then in spots like this where you have seams on seams, verticals and horizontals, you got to make sure your lap is perfect width of this, or you're going to have to add a little bit. If I don't add this little piece right here, it's going to allow water to run up and back, like in an ice dam situation. Then we're running it up the wall here. Oh, that didn't get cleaned? It got primed?
Yeah.
Well, I did it to like right where you're at.
I'm just gonna
Better safe than sorry. Now that we got our seam tape down, you got to go through and roll these really well. And when you have corners connecting like this, you got to be extremely careful, especially on a really, really flat roof. This roof has probably 4 to 6 inch drop in 10 feet, so it's probably like a half inch 12 pitch or something like that. That sounds really weird to say, but it has like a ½ inch and 12 pitch. But still, in these seams in the wintertime, when you get ice dams and a lot of snow up here, water will run back in these seams. So see how he's rolling it, and you can see that seam. That's what you want. You got to get in those corners really good. Well, we've actually been having a really good, pretty good year for rain. We haven't had too many rain days, but this week they're just calling for rain every single day, and it's just scattered pop-up stuff. So it's hard to know when it's going to be here and predict it. And we're under this big giant tree, but it just started raining. Luckily, we're almost done. It's like 1 o'clock, and there's just a whole bunch of scattered little storms. It was the same yesterday, same thing yesterday. A bunch of scattered, dumb little storms just to piss you off. The roofing god's pissing on us. We're almost done, though. Paul's got the wall all done. I gotta go back through and caulk it. We're doing termination bar here and on the edges. And me, look at me. I've had a lawn chair in the truck.
acting like a real
Yeah,
piece of shit.
it's coming in really handy the last couple of jobs. When it was hot last week, I sat in the shade under a tree and watched them bend metal.
Guy's a slave driver.
Yeah. And now I'm just sitting over here crying about my finger because it hurts.
That's because the guy's over there finger popping each other's the assholes.
Come on, I don't use that finger.
So he's not denying it, though, huh?
The life of a roofer, man. It's not always all that fun. Thank God we're done, but these stupid little rain clouds just pop out of nowhere and hit you directly. If you're doing a roof, they'll find you. My truck just got soaked. My windows were open. We're hanging out under the overhang.
Union brake.
That's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, look.
The street's all wet. And it's cold now.
Yeah, it's fucking cold.
It's straight like pouring now. This tree is saving us.
Yeah.
This tree is saving us a lot. But it's raining hard.
A lot. I'm nipping hard.
If you're roofing and there is one storm in your whole state, it will find you. It'll always find you.
Always.
Always.
It's inevitable.
Never fails.
Inevitable.
Yeah, it's fucking done already.
Well, maybe we will. I wanted to milk it out till 3. Maybe we will. But I don't know.
Definitely looks like it.
I don't want to go start anything, and we got most of all of our little repairs done and shit. And then you got that guy. Good day to go for a run. Oh, believe it or not, it's like 5 minutes later, and the sun's shining.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah, but here she is. Already tested the roof, but termination bar all the way around. That's the way I prefer to do it. It doesn't look as nice always, but it does not fall off. So there she is. A little bit of an early day, but we got a bunch more of these random showers coming, so we aren't even going to try to do anything else yet today. We will be roofing again tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make a video or not. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and so we're gonna be doing a garage roof. I don't know if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. As a roofer, I don't really want to watch those kind of videos personally, so that's why I don't usually make them. But I don't know, maybe I'll try it. But if you did like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and if you want more details on how to do rubber roofs, I have some really detailed videos out there. I'll link those at the end of this video. There'll be one, you know, here, here, and here, giving you a little bit more detail about how to do these rubber roofs. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching.